Okay, so I am going to be recording an entire game up until when I die. Or maybe I'll beat the Ender Dragon, who knows what will happen. Um, but most likely I'll probably die since it's a game where you can fall off edges and you can fall into the void and you can fall into lava and bad things can happen. So it's very likely that I'll die since the other survival mode game that I've played, I died many, many times. But here I'm playing in game mode hardcore, so I can only die once. So we're going to play this, and I'm going to have to go as quick as I can. Ooh, this is lovely. I'm in the jungle. I love this. I can already get cocoa beans. Wow. The first item I get is cocoa beans. That is so awesome. I'm going to make tools right away. Right away. Oh, yes, there's cows. That is so good. That is very helpful. Oh, I need one more piece. Hit the tree with the stick. So this is awesome. I just need to survive because even if I fall just a little bit and I damage myself by one heart, then that heart is gone permanently. Kind of permanently. Technically I can get it back, but it's very difficult to get hearts back. You have to get gold, and you have to surround an apple with gold to create what's called a golden apple. And I think that heals you like maybe 2 hearts. So, first thing I'm going to do is get a lot of cobblestone. And I think every night I'm going to be like mining. I'm just not. I'm not planning to be like outside where I can get blown up like by creepers or something. I just want to stay where it's safe. It's not fun to be around danger. I'm gonna have to come up with different fighting styles too, because, for example, usually I'd fight a skeleton with a sword, and the skeleton would hit me a few times before I got to it, but my hearts would regenerate. Since that is not the case here, I cannot fight skeletons normally with the sword. I'll basically have to get a bow, which means I'm going to need string, which means I'm going to need to kill a spider, which spiders do a lot of damage. So, I kind of made a mistake here. I should have gotten more cobble. I'm trying to get an axe, actually. So, uh-oh. Looks like I can't live in this hidey hole very easily. Trouble's already a brewing. We'll see what we can do to cover it up. I don't know if this should be my home or not. Probably should look around a little bit to see, but I definitely need to at least hide in like a tiny little 2x1 hole or something for the night, just to protect myself. Oh, I can't use the /time command. This is not cool. I don't even know what time it is. That's lovely. At least I have plenty of wood resource to begin with. That is awesome. And I don't have to worry about any other players. I just have to worry about the little mob AIs. And my faulty mouse, which is not meant for this game, apparently. and I have to play not really full screen because it's too much data. If I played it on full, like my whole screen, it's too much data. So if I fall, that's not going to be good at all. I will seriously feel like quitting. If I were to fall right now, I would probably be tempted to like either no, I don't know. I guess I could convince myself that I could go for getting a golden apple. It'll just take time though. So there's plenty of gold out there. It's just really, really hard to find. And it's really far out and dispersed, and the only reason why there's a lot of gold is because there's even more land. So that's the only reason why there's a lot of gold, not because gold is something you find very often. Alright, so I'm on top of this jungle tree, and I am going to try to harvest as much wood from it as I can without getting hurt. And then I want to grab some torches, so I'm going to have to get some coal. That's it. So what is that chicken doing? It's swimming. Why it's just swimming in the water? Aren't the mob AI, aren't they like programmed to move towards land yet? Like, or do they just swim forever? That's what I'm wondering. I don't know if he's just going in a random direction. Or if he's... So, yep. Playing on hardcore. So I definitely do not want any mobs spawning near me. And I don't want any skeletons to be like around my house, basically, because if I'm kind of trapped in my house with a skeleton outside, that's not going to be very delightful. That's going to be kind of... it's not going to be very fun. So, just get a few of these going. Block this off a little bit. I could make a door too. That'll work. Yeah, that works. Just go through that door. Here and out. That door and whatever other doors I make. There we go. The only issue with this is now mobs are going to spawn in there. Here. And can't let that happen I could go and get some coal right now. I could sacrifice a couple of these because I got plenty of them, so. And I can make charcoal out of just plain wood, which is nice. That's actually pretty nice. I can do that. So, light up this area a little bit. Didn't go as deep as I thought it would. And we are good. We are good. Guess I can go under that. I'm just kind of nervous, I guess. Just kind of scared. Oh, there we go. Maybe I can get a couple of these before monsters come out tonight. Let's see if I can get just a couple. Okay. And that, I'll probably be trying to get flint from that later, because I'm going to be wanting to attack mobs from a distance as much as I possibly can. So that way. And then I can just make sure that no mobs can climb up here by making this tall enough. There we go. Can't combine my charcoal and my coal, even though they're basically the same thing. They're just created two different ways. There we go. Much better lighting. Always have good lighting. That's one of my things, is to have enough lighting. In Minecraft though, the light doesn't really add, I don't think. The way it works is, like this torch, for example, gives off a light level of 14, and 15 is the highest light level you can possibly have. So basically, every block you move away from it, you subtract 1. So this is 14, this is 13, this is 12, and if I were to go up, 11, 10, and then if I were to go over, 9, so like this would be light level 9. But just because there's another torch nearby, it doesn't mean it. I don't think it means it adds that torch's light to it in any way, shape, or form. I don't even think there's like an algorithm that kind of like, oh, since there's 2, it's at least a little brighter. I don't know if it really does that with the actual, and I'm not talking about the visual light levels, I'm talking about like the programmed ones, discrete numbers. Because I don't know if they always match. So, because I do know that you can see light sometimes coming from places where there's technically no light level coming from it, but you can still see light from the source. So it's kind of hard to explain, but that's just kind of how it works. So my main objective here is really just to make sure there's no really dark spots, which you do not need this many torches to do, but it just looks nice. Oh, we got a we got a mob. It's a zombie. Pretty sure he can't hurt us from there, though. So, I suppose I can start digging in here and see what I can find. Every once in a while, I'll need to look around. One thing that I am concerned about right now is my food. I don't know how yet. I don't know how I'm gonna farm. Because I'm gonna have to kill a skeleton, basically, in order to get bones to make bone meal to make wheat grow at a decent rate. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to find some seeds, and the wheat won't really grow that fast. So it's not very good. I do have these chickens here though, so I might just kill them and use their meat for now. It's not like it's going to be hard to find chickens later on. But it's nice that there's all these animals, and there's plenty of wood around here to start off with. So it's an excellent starting position. Very good. I love it. I really do like it. Yeah, so I guess I'll make a sword here really quick. And I guess I'll just kill a chicken or two. They're laying eggs. There's like a 1 in 8 chance that a chicken's egg will be actually become a baby chicken. Oh, I didn't get a feather from that. Any feathers? Nope. No feathers. It's pretty nice I got some chickens. That should pretty much hold me off for now until morning. And then I'm going to have to do some hardcore looking around for food. So, fits the bill. Dig a little bit more. It'd be nice to find some iron. Actually, if I get some armor, that'll be very good, because then, you know, if I happen to take any damage at all, that'll do a very good job in protecting me. I can even find those cows out there right now and try to get some leather armor just to start off with, just in case something really did happen, so that I don't lose a lot of hearts. One of the worst things that could probably happen is being sneaked up on by a creeper. That's the last thing I want to happen to me. That and cave spiders aren't very good either. One hit by a cave spider, and I'm probably going to have like 1 heart left. It's not going to be pretty. So caves, if I go exploring them, it might be way far in the future where I have my armor and everything or something, and better weapons, or you know, something that I'd really need from a cave, which I don't think there really is anything. The chance of you finding gold in caves isn't very high anyway. I mean, in abandoned mine shafts is that's what I'm talking about with the cave spiders. Those are in abandoned mine shafts, which is not the same as just regular caves. So my mistake. But yeah, I've been playing Minecraft for actually just like a couple months. It hasn't been that long. But I played it a lot because I was on leave and everything, so I had a lot of time. There's a few things I was planning to do, and I didn't really do them as much as I should have. Because this game is just addicting. I'm not gonna like hide that fact. It's actually very addicting. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah. At least my place is all lit up. And it looks like outside is too. So, are there any mobs? Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to be careful here. Uh-oh. I hear a zombie. I don't know where the zombie is, but at least zombies I can avoid without taking damage for the most part, so I'm not too worried about the zombies. One thing I want to get started right away is wheat. Wheat is very important to me right now because it allows me to let the animals reproduce. So I don't have to go out searching for animals. I can have a very good food source. Very efficient. Pigs are a very efficient food source. You just have to feed 2 wheat for a pig, and then whenever a pig dies, it gives you, I think it's 1 to 3 pork chops, and those things give you like 4 food plus some extra like an extra fatty value. It's not really displayed on the screen, but it's actually in the code. Like, you won't get hungry for an even longer amount of time, and that applies to like the meats and the bread, and I'm not sure, there might have been something else that it applied to. So, oh, there's a cat. Cats might be useful for me here, because they keep away creepers, which I've played with some cats before. And they keep away creepers, but they don't do it as well as you probably expect. Because there's a range where the creeper sees the cat and then the creeper walks away. Gotta not get hurt here. There we go. So I have 4 seeds. I can plant those as soon as possible, and I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to plant them where they are safe and sound. So we'll do this. It's kind of close to the water, which is good, and I'll have plenty of lighting. And I think they grow most efficiently when they're in rows, rather than just like right next to each other. And I heard it's like the most inefficient way to grow wheat, and I don't know why, is to put them like diagonal to each other. So it's kind of interesting fact, but I don't know why. Sand would be a cool thing to make glass if I actually cared about how the place looked. So once I get my mind off survival and more on aesthetics and the such, I might start trying to get some of this sand, or maybe I'll go to a desert or something, because I like glass. Glass is nice. It's a block that's solid, that mobs don't bother you, and yet you can see straight through it. So glass is wonderful, just like ice is, but ice is more difficult. Reason being, you have to either freeze it in a cold biome, which this is not, where it has to be out in the sky, underneath like the snow, I guess, for it to freeze. Or you have to have a silk touch enchanted tool, which I don't think I'm going to be getting that for a good amount of time such yet, because those things take time. So I don't want these chickens to die. Hopefully I don't have to kill them. All of them. But I might kill a couple just so that I can get their feathers. And that way, oh good, I got 11. That way I can shoot skeletons and get their bones, because that's really what I want. I want skeleton bones. Oh, there's an Enderman in there. Hello. Are you trying to survive too? If I look at you, that will not be good, so I will not look at you. I will leave you alone for, oh snap. I will definitely leave you alone. We will not have any problems. I don't mind you being my roommate. I have no problems. No issues. Bye-bye. Another nice thing about having just a little bit of iron is that you can then transport water, so then I can have water in my home. That would be nice. That would be very nice to have water in my home. I'm not sure if this is really going to keep out the mobs, like the zombies and such, but it should. So I am not too afraid of the mobs coming around, but I will keep my eye out for them. Let's just plant some of this wheat over, just kind of over by the waterfront. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it for now. It requires very little amount of work. So, yeah, looks good. And I'm out of torches for now, but that is fine. I have plenty around the area. And I'll be able to dig plenty of them from the ground. Cocoa beans. Yes. I need to plant cocoa beans, and I shall do that. I think that will work. I just wait for those to grow, and they're very, very useful. You can make cookies using cocoa beans and wheat, and I think they're a pretty good source because you get 8 cookies just from, I think, 2 wheats and 1 cocoa bean, and I think that's a good deal right there. Eight is a lot. So normally from just a piece of bread that you get from 3 wheat, you'd only get like 3 hungers fixed from it, and that's not very much. I think before I go in for the night though, 'cause it's not really dark yet, but I am preparing for the next night already. I think I'm gonna grab just 1 more chicken or something to hold me off. I'd be lucky if I hit a pig and I got like three pork from it. That'd be nice. Let's get this chicken and then go inside because it looks like the sun's gonna set soon. Come on, chicken. I want to kill him over the land rather than over deep water where I'm gonna lose all his stuff. Alright, there we go. I didn't get a feather, did I? Yeah, it's getting dark, so I'm definitely going to go inside now. And that chicken will have to do. In the meantime, I just wait for wheat to grow. And then once I get a single piece of wheat, I can start containing animals, which will be very useful, very helpful. I don't always see people do that very often, but I'm telling you, it is extremely helpful. Ooh, my cocoa plant's already grown a little bit. It's wonderful. Alright. So, looks like I'm set for the second night. No heart damage so far. That is very good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy I found this spot. Is that cocoa bean done? I'm wondering if it's done already. I think that's what they look like when they're completely done. Let me see. Oh, they gave me 3. I think it was done. I'm already harvesting cocoa beans. Well, with cookies, I probably won't even need animals that much. That'll be nice. I will need, definitely will keep the chickens, though, that's for sure. And now I like this pool thing right here. I'll use this as an infinite water source. So, until I want to move it. For those of you who do not know, water sources, 2 water source blocks that are on adjacent to another block, that'll also become a water source block. So if I took water from this block right here, these 2 would fill it back in and it would become another water source block. My wheat's growing. And everything seems to be okay. I'm going to dig a little bit more. Maybe harvest this. I'm glad to see that my cocoa is doing good. It'll be prepared for when my wheat's done. I'm very happy about it. I wonder what level I'm on. Hardcore, okay, good. So the difficulty is always, when you play hardcore, I guess it's always like the hardest difficulty, which is good. because then it kind of can prove, that you haven't cheated or anything. You can't pause the game, turn it to peaceful. You can't really do anything. Um, like that. So it kind of puts you in this position where you're legit. Everything's good. When someone plays this, um, they did everything from like the ground up. They didn't need to cheat. So which is what I like. I like it like that. As long as it's possible, and it's not too difficult, I like it like that. It's just can't be too difficult because otherwise I'm gonna give up. I don't need this wooden pickaxe anymore. It's kind of pointless. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm always going to light everything that I make as much as I can. Only because, let's make a shovel. Only because, it is that difficult. So it would be very unwise to leave something not lit where a monster can just spawn next to me. I don't think that would be very smart. So we're not going to do that. We're definitely going to light everything. We can. I'm going to show you this cool trick right here. If you have a torch and you place it underneath of gravel or something, it'll actually destroy it, which is nice. So that's very useful. And you can harvest a lot of sand quickly by doing that. If you don't have a super fast shovel. Okay, so we're doing good on flint, which is what you need for arrows, but you also need feathers. And the last 3 chickens that I killed, none of them gave me a feather. I don't know why. I don't know if that has to do with the difficulty or what, but that's kind of scary. This is a very necessary item in my opinion. I think without wheat I wouldn't feel very secure. So my wheat's doing pretty good. My cocoa beans seem to be doing even better. Well, nothing interesting seems to be going on, so I guess I'll just stop here and start recording if I find anything interesting.